With the tailgate open, the first thing I'm going to do is remove the pull strap right here that has a 10mm bolt going through it. And this also secures this panel in place, so I have to have this off in order to remove the plastic panel. Now with the trim tool, go around and pop all of the push clips out. That's going to release this whole cover here. Actually, you have to pull these out as well. And just like a door panel, because this is a window that rolls down, this will slide up. And it'll come off. Next, I want to remove this black plate right here. And before I do that, I'm going to disconnect the electrical connectors because this module can just stay with this. So disconnect this wire right here, this one up here, disconnect these two from right here. And with the trim tool, you can pop these retainers out, or that. Okay, now the wiring harness can just stay right here, and this whole plate can come off. 10mm bolts all around. Okay, remove that. Once you look inside here, you'll see this cable. Go ahead and pop it out from its mounting location. And then if you wiggle it just the right way, I don't know how I just did that because I wasn't looking, but it'll pop out of the door handle. And then on the door handle, you'll see two 10mm nuts, which if you look at the new one, you'll see where they are. They're on studs to the left and to the right of it. Go ahead and take them both out. It's very difficult to see in there, but there are a few angles where you can see. Here's the first nut. I'll get the other one. In order to make things a little bit easier for me to reach the other nut, I'm going to unbolt this window regulator. This is going to allow me to lift it and then push it to the side. Now I can have a little bit better access to the nut on the other side. It's still pretty difficult to see and to get to, but makes it a little bit easier. Right, go ahead and unbolt that. Once you break it free, you should be able to do it by hand. There's the other one. Now go ahead and put the window regulator at least back in its slots. You don't necessarily have to bolt it up yet, but it's good for it to be in there because I'm gonna have to close the tailgate a little bit, and if you don't do that, the window's just gonna wanna fall down. Now in here, get a trim tool, preferably a plastic trim tool, and pop this out. Oh, that fell out easy. So pop this out, and then on the back, looks like someone's already been in here because a lot of things are broken here for me. And now remove the two screws that are under here that hold the door handle onto the bezel here, this trim piece. That's one screw, and the other one's broken, but remove those, and off comes your old handle. Save your screws because we're gonna have to reuse them on the new handle. Line up your new door handle and start in your screw, or screws. I only have one because, like I said, my other one is broken. So start this one in, snug it up, and if you had that one, start that one in too. Now flip this around and put it up into its hole. It's difficult to see in there, but make sure it lines up with the hole, but also make sure the studs go through where they're supposed to go through. This has some push clips that it pushes onto. Back inside of the tailgate, go ahead and start in your two nuts and snug them down. That's going to hold the door handle in place. Next, go ahead and take your cable and just try to stick it into the hook there. This is not a very easy task, but if you maneuver it the right way, you can do it. There we go. And now secure it right in this fork Now secure it in there. And if you've removed this window regulator assembly, go ahead and put it back. Start on all the nuts and snug them up. Next, I'd like to put this plate back in. It needs to slide over these push clips here. Start in all the screws and snug them up. And now plug in all your wiring and re-secure it if it came disconnected here. Now install this panel. Slide it down from the top, from the window here, just like a door panel. And once all the push clips are lined up, snap them into place. Last but not least, install the grab handle. Lastly, reinstall these side trim pieces here. Snap those into place. And you're done.